I was introduced to you within the past year, and I'm finally starting to really get it. I manifested the most delicious apple pie last week. It was amazing. I'm in the process of manifesting a puppy right now. The adoption process is right after this, and I want to ask you so bad if the puppy's actually mine, but it would take the fun out of it, right? So I'm not going to ask you. All right.
Yes.
And about a half hour ago, I just realized why that puppy's so important. It's because I see how people are about their dogs, and I never understood it. But
well, the puppy would like you to know something.
Yeah.
This is the message to you from the puppy,
Okay.
and the puppy really wants you to know this. Do not replace your inner being with me.
Oh, no.
Do not become dependent upon me for anything.
I promise,
I'm
puppy.
just a happy puppy.
I promise,
and
puppy.
that's as far as my responsibility goes.
I promise, puppy, that I will not do that. I promise that just a half hour ago, I just realized that, holy crap, it's going to bring so much more joy to my life, and that's like how it all happened.
Well, this is something else the puppy wants you to know, and we're not kidding.
Yeah, tell me.
I won't make you happy, but I won't get in the way of your happiness.
I love it.
That's as far as I want to go with you.
Yep.
This puppy wants you to know.
Yeah.
Don't assign me that stuff.
I chose the wrong words. I did. I did.
You chose the words that you meant.
Okay.
So
I hear you.
It's going to be so much fun. Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes. But don't be dependent upon that.
All right.
Another message from your puppy.
All right, go.
I want you to be happy in every moment, but I don't want to be with you in every moment.
Okay, cool.
That's big. Don't depend upon me for your happiness, or you'll need to take me everywhere you go. And I don't want to go everywhere you go. Places you go don't make me happy. Don't take me everywhere you go. Don't take me everywhere you go. I don't want to go everywhere you go. I want to go some places you go, but I don't want to go everywhere you go. Your happiness cannot depend on me, or you will not be happy. I'll be happy anyway. But there are places that I prefer to go and places that I don't prefer to go. And I'll show you. I'll let you know. When you start to take me someplace that I don't want to go, you'll know that I don't really want to go. I will always lean in the direction of where I want to be. Let me demonstrate to you what true selfishness is.
All right. So I'm going to go with, that leans so close to where I was going to go with you, so I'm just going to do it, okay? I feel like I can handle that with the puppy, but I do need to ask a question regarding my son, okay? He is 3 years old.
Yes. Oh, well, your son was channeling the same message as the puppy.
Awesome.
The identical message.
Awesome.
It's the identical message.
Awesome.
Don't count on me for your happiness. I got my own thing going on.
I love it. I love it so much. Thank you so much. Whew.
You done?
No, not quite. Sorry. Sorry. He has a lot. I love your teachings about children. I identify with it so much. Is like, yes, just let them be. Just don't get in their way. Stop trying to control. And I'm so there with that.
Encourage their relationship with their inner being.
Yes.
And that's a hard thing for a parent, because you think that you're here to guide, and to some extent you are.
No, learn from it.
But if you let your dominant intent with them to understand that you have an inner being that you have a relationship with, and they have an inner being, and you want them to foster that relationship with their inner being, and you're not wanting to take the place of their inner being, you will serve them so well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly how I feel. The one sticking point that I am having trouble getting past or understanding what the contrast is all about is, he goes to daycare now. That was my choice, not his. And he has a really tough time with it. As a matter of fact, anytime he separates from me, he has a tough time with it. And it's hard on both of us. And I don't know if it's coming
That must
from
be
me.
why the dog knew what it wanted to say to you. You have a bad track record, Mom.
I don't know if it's more coming from me
Yes.
and he's picking up on it,
Yes.
right? He had, I guess, the birth story, the C-section that I had and being taken away from each other. It's playing on both of us, maybe.
No.
No, just me. Just me.
You're just making a big deal out of something that doesn't need to have a big deal made out of.
How can I help him?
By stop trying to justify how you feel by explaining it into oblivion.
What do you mean by that? Tell
We
me
mean
more.
the more you talk about it, the worse it gets. Don't talk about it.
How do I help him through it? Just to walk away from him?
If you don't stop messing it up, he'll get through it fine. You're the one with the separation anxiety.
Yeah, right? I think I figured that out 15 minutes ago. I'm not kidding.
Don't you think it's interesting that the whole dog story started out this way?
It's crazy.
Let's get this one off on the right 4 feet.
Deal with my separation anxiety.
Don't have to deal with it. Just don't keep encouraging it through conversation. Do you believe that you need to sit in this chair and interact with us for the rest of your life in order to be happy? Because if you do, you are setting yourself up for something that's not going to be that much fun, because Esther's getting on an airplane going in a different direction. And everybody else on the planet is pretty much the same way. Your happiness is an inside job, and your inner being is inside, and your inner being is what you're reaching for. But when someone who's in physical form, like a dog or a child or a parent or a friend, is tuned in, tapped in, turned on, under the influence of source in the moment, and holding you as their object of attention and flooding that pure positive energy all over you, that feels really good. And then when they look away or they go somewhere else, you might feel the absence of something that felt really good. You have to figure out how to get that on your own, not to be dependent on someone else. And so it is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful thing at this early stage of your relationship with your child that you've already got this as something that you really want. You don't want anybody clinging to you, and you don't want to be clinging to anyone else. You want to be independent of one another while you are in vibrational alignment with that source energy that is always there for you, you see. So just lighten up and be easier about it. So let's play the satisfaction game just a little bit. So we said we wanted to clean something up, so let's clean this up. Give us a sort of scenario, and we're going to ask you to go slow with it because we're going to take it comment by comment. What happens when you first get up in the morning and you see your little one?
Oh, God. Mornings are rough, and I know that that's
Why?
there.
What thoughts are you thinking? First of all,
He's going to need me as soon as he wakes up.
for what? To get out of the crib?
For everything.
He's going to need you? So we're just going to ask you some questions. All right. Do you think your child needing you is a sign of being a good parent? And that if your child didn't need you, that you would be less of a good parent?
Maybe.
Which is the more satisfying parent from where you are? One whose child is independent, hi mom, get lost. Or hi mom, hold me. Which do you prefer?
At the moment, I'm leaning towards you know already. I'm leaning, I'm leaning towards the significance of our mom.
You want a strong bonding with your child.
Sure.
Here's the big question. Do you want your child to have a stronger bond with you or with his own inner being?
Oh, his own inner being.
Why? Why?
Because I know what it feels like when it happens.
And why else? Inner being stable, I'm not. Inner being is wise, I'm not. Inner being is always there, I'm not. Inner being is all-knowing, I'm not. Inner being is source energy, I'm not. Inner being, better choice.
Yeah.
Inner being, better choice. So where do I fit in? Where do I fit in as a mother? What's the best thing that I have to offer my child? Of course, shelter and food and stuff like that.
Being
blah, blah,
the
blah, blah,
example.
blah. But yeah, an example of what?
Of how to live with my inner being and connect with it.
And what does it feel like when you're in sync with your inner being? Do you feel secure or insecure?
Secure.
Happy or sad?
Happy.
Exhilarated or bored? You know what you're shooting for. Now, what do you believe? Do you believe that your child's inner being vanished and you're all that's left?
No, it's so there, strong, and I watch him follow it.
What about your own inner being? Because we might not be talking about your child's relationship with his inner being. We might be talking about your relationship with yours. So has your inner being been gone for a while?
I definitely have my training wheels.
You know what happened to you?
Oh, tell me.
You know what happened to you? When that baby was born,
Yes.
that pure, positive energy, full connection to inner being. When that baby was born, it represented in physical form source energy to you. And you haven't been experiencing that for a while, so you just wrapped yourself around this physical embodiment of inner being and didn't want to let go. Your baby is a representative of something that's always been available to you. But you know, that's what it's like with both the birth and the death, what you call the death experience. Source is so involved in the process that you have your first really, not your first, but for many people, first really strong experience with the tangibleness of source energy with you.
Am I allowed to say something?
Of course.
Because I know you know it already, but I gotta tell these people. For the longest time, I always said I don't want kids, and I realized about a month or two ago that's why I changed my mind. That's how I changed my mind, because this source called to me and said, "Let me show you. Let me show you." And I decided to have a child and was introduced to what you just talked about, and it's the most beautiful thing in the whole entire world.
So now, got the child, represented inner being, isn't your inner being. Look for your inner being.
Yes, I have my training wheels, but I am there. I'm on my way. I'm on my way.
Enough.
Can I play with you just for one more tiny little subject? One more tiny little subject. There is...
That was easy to hear, wasn't it?
Oh, so good. Oh,
most of you aren't as crazy as she is.
Thank you so much for saying that. Right? So... in my vortex, I strongly feel that this is my world, and it's on its way to me.
Don't count on any of them. They're as flaky as you are. They love you, they like you, but don't count on them. They might applaud. They're loving you now. Don't count on them. They got things to do, places to go, people to see. They're not going to be your source of connection much longer.
I got it. I really, truly believe that I will be speaking to the masses and teaching them how to come back to the truth. A lot of what you teach.
And you know who's going to teach you?
Me?
Your puppy.
See? I figured that out a half hour ago. Oh my God.
It's time for you to go. It's really time for you to go.